对。
China just did something with robots that made people use the Terminator name. The T800 is not one robot. It is what happens when machines start moving like humans in ways that feel too real. These robots are working in actual factories right now. What China is building could change everything faster than anyone expected. The T800 nickname does not refer to one specific robot. It describes the wave of Chinese humanoid robots that have gone viral for their human-like capabilities. Companies like Tech Robotics and Unitree Robotics and AGI Bot and Engine AI are producing machines that can navigate complex environments and lift heavy objects and perform tasks previously requiring human workers. One company actually named their robot T800, which is Engine AI's combat-ready humanoid backed by over $142 million in funding and slated for mass production in mid-2026. The real concern about these robots is not violence, it is scale. China is building humanoid robots using the same approach it used for smartphones and drones and electric vehicles: fast development and low costs and massive production volumes. Chinese manufacturers openly acknowledge that these robots are not yet as efficient as human workers, but they are improving rapidly. Once costs drop and performance crosses critical thresholds, entire factories and warehouses and logistics operations could transition to robots almost overnight. According to Counterpoint Research, global humanoid robot installations reached approximately 16,000 units in 2025. China accounted for over 80% of that total. Chinese firms including AGI Bot and Unitree Robotics and Tech and LiGiYu Robot claimed 4 of the top 5 spots in global rankings. Unitree Robotics announced over 5,500 humanoid robot shipments, potentially making it the highest volume producer globally. AGI Bot confirmed its 5,000th embodied robot rolled off the assembly line late in 2025. Tech Robotics reached a manufacturing milestone by producing its 1,000th Walker S2 humanoid robot at its Liuzhou facility. The company plans to deliver 500 industrial robots in 2026 and ramp up production to 5,000 humanoid robots in 2026 and 10,000 units in 2027. Tech estimates production costs could fall 20 to 30% annually, supported by strong supply chains and local government subsidies. The Walker S2 features the ability to autonomously swap its own batteries, enabling potential 24-hour operation without human assistance. China officially labeled humanoid robotics a strategic national industry. The Ministry of Industry and Information Technology issued guidelines in 2023 stating that humanoid robots are expected to become the next groundbreaking innovation following computers and smartphones and new energy. Vehicles profoundly transforming human production and lifestyles while reshaping the global industrial landscape. This designation means heavy funding and fast deployment and comprehensive policy support. The Chinese government's 15th five-year plan for 2026 to 2030 prominently features embodied artificial intelligence as a priority sector. In early 2025, embodied intelligence was mentioned in the Government Work Report, China's most authoritative policy document outlining national development priorities. This inclusion signals official recognition at the highest levels of government. The report explicitly calls for investment in future industries, including biomanufacturing and quantum technology, and embodied intelligence, and 6G. Local governments in Beijing and Shanghai and Guangdong and Zhejiang and Hubei have taken the lead in implementing robotics policies. These regions adopted diverse approaches, varying in emphasis on different production chain segments and strategies used to incentivize local industry. Beijing prioritized high-performance chips tailored for embodied AI applications. Shanghai concentrated on sensor technologies. These provinces and cities engage in what observers call a subsidy race, each vying to foster the next national robotics champion. In January 2026, the central government launched an $8.2 billion national AI industry investment fund to steer capital into frontier technologies, including AI integration into the physical world. Local governments in multiple regions unveiled plans specifically targeting humanoid robotics. China is building state-funded robot training centers to address data shortages. These facilities hire workers to perform mundane tasks that robots observe and learn from, generating the complex datasets needed to train AI systems. UB Tech sold $80 million worth of humanoid robots to 3 data collection centers in the provinces of Jiangxi and Guangxi and Sichuan. China Mobile, a state-owned telecommunications operator, placed $17.6 million worth of orders with Unitree and AGI Bot in July 2025. The robots will be used in research and customer service and security patrols. These government purchases create demand while robots are still being refined for commercial viability. Advanced AI inside physical machines creates the historic shift. These robots can learn tasks by watching humans and adapt to new environments and continuously improve through data collection. Robots today use neural networks that map vision directly to motor action, allowing them to perform tasks without rigid pre-programming. This represents the same technological leap that enabled large language models like ChatGPT, now applied to physical bodies. UBTech's Walker S1 industrial humanoid robots work on assembly lines at multiple new energy vehicle manufacturers, including NIO and Zeekr. The robots handle assembly and quality inspection tasks alongside human workers. Tan Min, UBTech's chief brand officer, stated that the average productivity of humanoid robots currently stands at approximately 30 to 40% of a human worker's output and is expected to rise to about 80% by early 2027. Wang Xingxing, founder and CEO of Unitree, stated that the current state of the humanoid robot industry resembles the period 1 to 3 years before ChatGPT's release. The direction is clear, but the critical breakthrough has yet to arrive. Wang noted that a true ChatGPT moment for the sector will come when robots placed in unfamiliar real-world settings can complete about 80% of tasks simply by following voice or text instructions. Technical challenges remain. Most humanoid robots can only operate for 2 to 3 hours per charge, which is insufficient for serious industrial use. Battery life and bulky batteries and thermal management present ongoing problems. Solid-state batteries are expected to reach large-scale mass production after 2027, potentially solving endurance issues. Despite these limitations, rapid improvement continues. RBC Capital Markets estimates the global humanoid robot market could reach $9 trillion by 2050, with China accounting for more than 60% of that market. The Chinese humanoid robot market is projected to reach approximately $1.4 billion by 2026 and $10.3 billion by 2029, accounting for around 32.7% of the global market. By 2035, the market size in China is expected to reach $41.3 billion. Western companies are still testing robots in limited pilots. Boston Dynamics demonstrated Atlas at Hyundai's Georgia factory. Figure AI deployed robots at BMW's South Carolina plant. Tesla put over 1,000 Optimus units into its own facilities. However, these represent early-stage deployments. China's approach involves simultaneous deployment across hundreds of companies supported by coordinated government policy and massive subsidies. The fear is not that robots will rebel. The concern is that China could dominate future labor and manufacturing and supply chains before other nations are ready. Economic power shifts toward whoever controls robot production at scale. Once AI gains real-world mobility and can perform most tasks humans currently do in structured environments, the nation producing those robots gains significant strategic advantage. China's National Development and Reform Commission issued a rare warning in November 2025 about risks of a bubble in the humanoid robotics industry. More than 150 humanoid companies currently operate in China. The agency spokesperson noted concerns about overproduction and companies producing similar products, driven by polished demonstrations rather than proven industrial applications. Despite these warnings, investment continues to accelerate. the T800 label resonates because it symbolizes the moment machines stop being tools and start becoming the workforce. Whether this transition happens in 2026 or 2027 or 2030, the direction is clear. China is betting its industrial future on humanoid robots and backing that bet with unprecedented government support and manufacturing capacity and deployment speed. China's approach to humanoid robots combines government policy and massive funding and rapid scaling that other nations are watching closely. The T800 nickname captures the shift from prototype to production. Subscribe to AI Tech Academy for ongoing coverage of humanoid robotics development and the global competition for AI leadership. Drop a comment with your thoughts on China's humanoid robot strategy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.